the album that I did, which is I'm Yours, which obviously I don't think you've heard yet.
I have heard. I've been listening to your album all over Spotify. Or
Man,
EP, I guess.
I am impressed.
I told you I'm a fan. I wouldn't just bring you in for no reason.
No, but you'd be surprised how many times I sit down with a DJ and they have no idea what I'm doing here.
Really?
Oh, yes.
Oh, that must be awkward.
No, I just have a set script which comes out.
So you talk about your dad, you talk about when you started music, you talk about the band.
All that kind of stuff, yeah. I learned that from my dad because I used to go around doing interviews with him, and he used to be able to, like, we really appreciate it basically when somebody like yourself has done a bit of homework, really knows what they're talking about, so thank you.
No worries. Well, since you have mentioned him, your dad, of course, is the famous Lonnie Donegan,
yes.
King of Skiffle.
Yes.
Whenever I think of, I know it's slightly different, but I think of, for example, North Kardashian West, who has super famous parents, and think their lives must be incredibly different to mine. What was it actually like growing up with such a well-known dad?
Well, obviously, you don't know anything different at the beginning, you know, and I grew up around people who some people would idolize, you know, and for me, I got to see the other side to that, you know, I got to see real people, you know.
Yeah.
So I don't get a starstruck, which is a good thing.
Definitely.
But I don't know, Dad liked to try and keep me and my brothers, for instance, kind of isolated from a lot of that and just have normal upbringing. You know, we went to school, he would sometimes jump on the football pitch and play with us and stuff like that, you know, so it was pretty good. We had a good upbringing.
Well, I'm sure it comes with its perks, considering, am I right in thinking you were about 18 when you were playing with his band?
Yeah, that was a learning curve.
Oh, yeah.
I'd sat down, I was doing piano, and you know, I'd done a lot of my grade work and things. I'd reached grade 7, I was sitting there, and I always used to sit down and play Fats Waller LPs and stuff like that, and go along with that. And my dad said to me, he says, here, play along with this, and we did a couple of songs that he normally does in the set, you know, Want to Go Home, Rocks in My Bed, Rock Island Line, these kind of things. He said, hey, you're coming on, I'll get you a ticket. I said, ticket for what? He said, well, an airplane ticket. He says, you can come be the piano player on the next tour. And I was like, oh my God, really? Okay.
That's amazing.
Well, it was huge for me. Obviously, he could have picked 1,000,001 better piano players, but I know that he wouldn't have put me on stage unless I was at a level where I could do it, because he wouldn't want to dent my confidence like that. And also, you know, it shows up, you know, in the band, you know, so it wouldn't be good. But he did. He had that faith in me. I was the opening 20-minute set, and then I would sit down and be the piano player for his gig as well. And one of the reasons he wanted to do it as well was because he finally wanted to be able to perform live. He never had a piano player, you know, after the late 80s. And he wanted to do I'll Never Fall in Love Again, which was a big hit for Tom Jones, which my dad wrote.
I didn't know that.
There you go.
Oh, all my homework, and that's the bit that I missed.
Oh, well, nobody really coincides that with my dad. But if you have a look at the little credits, it says there Donegan Curry, because he wrote it with the guitar player Jimmy Curry. So yeah.
Oh, of course. And that's absolutely fantastic. And you've played with like some phenomenal people as well, not just your dad, but Van Morrison and people like that as well.
I have had the luxury of doing that, yeah. Because when I was 15, I went on tour with my dad and Van on the west coast of America when they were promoting the album that they'd done together, which was the Skiffle Sessions live in Belfast, which was awesome. Now I wasn't playing on that tour, but I picked up a lot of things. And then eventually, when I was playing, we did the tribute for my dad at the Albert Hall, where we had Joe Cocker and Van, and we had Mark Knopfler, a lot of different people.
Oh my gosh, your career is phenomenal in comparison to what most people have had in the space of time that you've been playing music as well.
I've had a lot of chances to do certain things which people wouldn't normally do without reaching a certain level in their career, which I'm still trying to get to, you know, for myself. So yeah, I've had a very privileged upbringing. I'll give that, you know, I admit that, and I've had a whale of a time and a hell of a journey doing it. Wandsworth Radio.